No, I know, I know, I know, I know. The bunny girls are on the team with Anise. You already are like, what the hell is this boy doing? Trust me, right? But it works. It works. It works. Now, one thing I like about this comp right here is that I want to say if you were playing around the time, most people will have this comp. Especially because Privy is a free character and the banner rotation was Dorothy, Blanc, and then Noir. So if you were playing during that time and you summoned for all these characters and you ended up getting them, you're in luck, right? It's not like Blanc, Noir, or Dorothy were like characters that you just can't pull anytime, or you couldn't pull them because they didn't have a rate of banner. They all came out during the exact same time, right? Their banner order was literally right after another. Now, the reason why I have Noir and Blanc on this team is because simply I don't want to take away from. I know ANIS is obviously a great character, as you guys see. She carried there with damage, but I don't want people to, take away from the fact that at the end of the day, when it comes to Gravedigger, your purpose is really just to do the damage you need to do, which ANIS is gonna do regardless, as long as she has Privity, and then obviously Dorothy being on the team with Blanc and Noir. Actually, like this comp right here will do the damage you need, right? But you need to break interruption parts. Now, obviously, I have another showcase that I'm gonna show later on in the video. With obviously the team was Dorothy, Guilty, Isabel, and Dorothy, what's her? Guilty, Anise, Privity, and then Isabel. That was the comp, right? And that comp beats it as well. But this comp, I want to show you, right? I know you're technically, quote unquote, losing damage, but the max is 62 million, right? This is not shooting range where you need to have, whatever, right? Technically, you are nerfing damage. Technically, a team like this would be making it, longer for you, but a team like this clears, no question, right? Quite easily, too, right? Because you have, obviously, the damage increase from Blanc, and then you do have damage and interruption parts increase at the end of the day from, what's her name, Noir. If you actually ignore the fact that, you need the last bullet to hit for Anis's second skill, you can run this team no problem, because at the end of the day, Anis is still a shotgun character, right? Who's actually still buffing herself regardless in terms of damage. So this comp works quite well, even though you don't want to ever be running Anis with characters who have, damage to interruption parts increase. But I feel like in a situation, like, look how fast it was against stage 7, right? I feel like in a situation where it's, Blanc and Noir, or not Blanc Noir, where it's like Gravedigger, it's fine, honestly. Because look here, right now, you can kind of see we one tap these, and then boom, right? You can kind of see how easy it is with Blanc and Noir at the end of the day. And then Anis is still doing the most damage, right? So you could quite see that you don't really need to, like, again, never really run Blanc and Noir with Anis in most situations, but in Gravedigger, where Blanc and Noir still carry regardless of the situation, right? It was quite so. How fast was that? That took 1 minute and 9 seconds, right, with this team. Anis still ended up doing the most damage, and then obviously you have Blanc and Noir still doing their thing. So this team does work. It is an option for you. Because I know a lot of people have been, like, everybody's really telling you guys never use Noir or Blanc with Anis, right? So the reason why I'm using them is to show you that when it comes to Gravedigger, it's okay to use them at the end of the day. It's okay, right? You're going to clear it very easily because Anis herself increases her damage to interruption part every time the last bullet hits. And then obviously Noir with Blanc to all allies and just shotgun characters, which Anis herself will get an entire buff to damage to interruption parts regardless, right? And also damage, what was it? Damage to interruption parts and hit rate. That's another thing she gets, right? So literally this comp works very well. But I'm going to cut to obviously the Isabel and Guilty comp that I was using before. I was talking in that video, so like it's going to sound like I'm saying something different. But yeah, I'm going to cut to that part now. So yeah, just always remember, this is an option for you. This is an option for you right here. Alrighty, YouTube, it's your boy Zxous, and we're back with another Goddess of Victory Nikke video. And in today's video, we are going to actually be doing the Gravedigger boss with Summer Anis, as you guys seen. Here is a run that I just did before the stream. stream before the recording, right? We did actually clear it with Isabel and ANIS. That's something that a lot of people were requesting me to try out when Gravedigger did actually happen, because obviously Isabel was already a good enough character for Gravedigger. On top of her being an electric unit, she's getting the buff from ANIS, so we're just running somewhat of like a semi-shotgun comp, hence why Guilty is there. But yeah, as you guys could see, ANIS did end up doing the most damage on the team, because she does work very good for it. Now, we did do all nine stages, so yeah, we did get it clear. I'm gonna redo it, because at the end of the day, like, Gravedigger still hurts my head, I'm not gonna lie. But I can show you guys the gear. So here is my ANIS gear. I did actually end up getting her a dupe. So yeah, I'm just still waiting for LB3. Just, I didn't expect to get a dupe early on, so there's that, right? I got my Guilty gear, not too crazy. Dorothy gear, not too crazy. Isabel's just whatever, and then also Privity's just whatever, right? So yeah, for the cubes, don't have much resilience slots, so Privity's ending up getting the assault cube. But everybody, technically I should give the assault cube to Isabel, and then I mean, I could do that, right? I mean, it doesn't really matter, right? I could give assault to a shotgun character. It doesn't really matter. I'm gonna just keep it like that, right? We're gonna go into mock battle again though, because I'm not gonna actually use a real attempt on the Gravedigger with this team. Just because when I was doing it, it didn't feel like it was something that, you know, I mean, me personally, didn't feel like something that I was gonna get used to, right? I mean, I still, at the end of the day, Blanc and Noir things, right? So yeah, I mean, it's a simple boss. I had to change Dorothy into the middle, just because I do not like controlling shotguns. I don't know, for some reason I'm trying to get rid of the bombs here, because they are kind of a problem. Yeah, as you guys can see there, it's fine about this, but shotguns, I don't know why, for my mouse it feels heavy, right? Like, it feels heavy to move, so there's that. But we can okay, if we can break these, which it doesn't seem like we will, hence why, yeah, you see, I don't even know what was that. Like, I don't even know what that was, right? It does feel weird though, because again, Privity does lower our, you know, ammo capacity by half. So when I'm in the full burst, it doesn't feel like we're doing any damage unless we actually get to a full burst, honestly, right? Like, we got hit there. We don't want to be getting hit. So I don't know. Maybe it's not consistent. It would be easier if I had Scarlets, of course, but for now we'll just make do, right? My Isabel is not a character that I use a lot, and she's not really built like that. So there's that too, right? But yeah, then once you get into that full burst, everything becomes quite easy. So there's that as well, right? Okay. Dorothy also lowered the school burst skill cooldown by a bit, so by her doing that, it's actually helping us out, because Isabel, obviously, like, her burst skill cooldown is only 5 seconds, right? So you gotta remember all those little things, right? And then boom. Okay, so now we're in stage 7 with a full burst active, right? And then if we could just break these in time, which we did, and then yeah. So literally once you get it going, you should be fine. Well, you didn't get it going there, but then you're gonna enter full bursts efficiently. I'm gonna break all of them, and then you can really just like handle it from there. And then you should be able to handle it, right? Because Dorothy, it works, right? And obviously, once you get it going, then you really can do it. And this is with Isabel, by the way, so should be dead, yeah, before it went off. But yeah, it is good, right? And ANIS is pretty good for Gravedigger, but I don't know what else we would expect from ANIS. 22 million for her, Dorothy 20 million. Fantastic, right? Quite good damage. And obviously Guilty and Isabel 9 million. Pretty good damage overall. So yeah, as you guys see, no matter what, if she's with her worst comp, the quote-unquote worst comp, or even one of her best comps for a Gravedigger, ANIS just shows that she just proves that she literally works everywhere. To be fair, with the Noir and Blanc comp, that's just Noir, Blanc, Dorothy. Like, that's like a bunch of powerhouses all in one. So like, it doesn't even matter. Really, like, that team is guaranteed, especially with ANIS, is guaranteed gonna dominate. And Privity is definitely gonna dominate, right? But obviously, without Blanc and Noir, she does work with Isabel and Guilty as well, right? And Guilty is also a free-to-play character, right? You can obviously replace Isabel with, you know, Drake, because Drake does increase ammo capacity for herself, which is not going to affect ANIS. Or you can replace Isabel for like Scarlet, right? Whoever you want to use there that you know you can get the job done, right? But overall, ANIS is a fantastic character for Gravedigger. You guys let me know what you think. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.